Hey, what's up, guys? Here to talk about relationships and what actually goes along with it. Basically, relationships are basically, you know, that are decided between a man and a woman, or a man and a man, woman with woman, tram with tram, whatever. And the natural way that I grew up with was a man and a woman should share their, rights to serve love to each other. And pretty much, I kind of think that everyone sees it differently, but that's okay. But the one thing I can't stand about relationships is it's not the work involved. I have no problem with that and everything. It's just basically trying to find the right one that will solidify you to being possibly married in the future. And really nowadays, women like guys that have cars and great bodies and stuff, and that can take themselves, they can take care of themselves, or able to live out on their own, be successful on their own, instead of having guys like me, you know, on the bottom of the totem pole, where I'm trying to get to the top by having, you know, money, me being a good person. But some of the women nowadays want badasses, and the reason why they're badass is because they're expressing how they actually are to get attention from the right person or the right girl they're trying to get hold of. And basically, they're doing that for attention. And I know a lot of badasses out there. I used to be a badass myself. I got in a lot of trouble, but not for drugs or anything. For fighting, for cussing out people, being overly outspoken, being considerably an asshole, and amongst other things. There's a list of things I've done in a dick-like mentality, you know, in a dick-like fashion, or or convincing fashion, and pretty much like women like me, but they don't like how I actually am. They can't take how I actually am. That's why a lot of them rather be friends. Yeah, that's why a lot of them like being friends with me more than they want to be in a relationship with, because they can't take what I say to them. My ex is a prime example. I didn't mean to make her cry, but I made her cry and she cussed me out, which is okay. I look back on it now, it wasn't worth it, because that's what ended our relationship. It wasn't my fault. The help the the fault was heavily divided, like cut like down the middle. You know what I'm saying? It was impartial. It was cut right down the middle. And pretty much I will, advocate for my actions and for her actions too. But there was no reason for her to go behind my back and cheat on me. Which, in this case now, if that were to happen, let's just say something would have came up at the wrong time, wrong place, wrong time, and I would not want that to happen. I wouldn't want that to happen to her. You know, her birthday just passed, and she's 27 now. But anyway, pretty much, I see a lot of incidents on the news where women tell the men how they actually feel, and the man tries to fucking kill him. The man tries to kill him. Those kind of people. Now, knowing that I used to do the same thing of not hit him, but I cuss him out and I scream at him. You wanna know why us men can't handle? Some of us men can't handle what women say to us, is because if we get told off, it will affect our ego, and our egos will be crushed. That's how prideful and egotistic some of us guys are. We can get the honesty to them with no problem, but then when they give it to us, you see a different side of them that they try to keep inside or concealed and everything. And I tell you what, it is very hard for some people to do that with. I've been around long enough to figure out, okay, this is not the right one for me, that's not the right one for me, so who should I go to? And pretty much, I've had a hard time finding out what the actual truth of the situation is. And to tell you the truth, I get confused every time I try to think about it. It's not hard. It's not hard. It's not hard. Trust me. And it's easier said than done. But if you take the time to actually get into the nail and teeth of things, it won't be that hard. You gotta find a way that will solidify the severity of the situation. You gotta advocate for your rights just to go away from. You gotta advocate your rights to get rid of your wrongs. And pretty much, my mother told me, you can have girlfriends over, you can bring girls over, just as long as you don't do anything you're gonna fucking regret. And she was right. She's right. Some of the girls chose to talk to me. Some of them talk to me. Some of them don't, because they see in me, they see somebody that actually, gets frustrated, get agitated. They kind of call me a fuckboy, but I really don't care. I'm not a fuckboy. If I was a fuckboy, why do I have money? Why am I always positive? Because they think that I'm the most thirstiest person they have met in their entire lives. Well, there's a lot more people that are more worse at being thirsty than I am. So that's why I don't let it bother me. I've been called thirsty several times. It does not bother me. It doesn't bother me at all. And that's part of the reason why I don't let things like that bother me, because, it's just words. Sticks and stones will break my bones, but words will never hurt me. I mean, I may be lying about that, but at this point, I'm just putting out facts. No one is worth, in relationships, no one is worth hurting them emotionally, physically, or mentally. And when you hurt someone emotionally, their worst feelings comes out. When you hurt someone mentally, they can't get over it. When you hurt someone physically, that's deeper than anything, any other way of, talking down to somebody. I've talked down to people. They've talked down to me. They brought the worst out of me. They never seen this side of me ever. You know, there's only a few people that can do that to me. And two of those people are my exes. And they never truly respected me because of how much I wanted to help them get over their habits of being thirsty. And I'll tell you the truth. It's not hard. I mean, it's not easy. I've had to dig deep down inside to figure out what's really wrong with me before I can go out and do what I need to do. I've had time to think about things before I did it. Was it worth it? Was it kind? Was it helpful? Were you thinking about it before you reacted to it, or what you said to it? And reactions are some reactions are caused by insecurities of the other person. And when you let your true insecurities out, people are going to really actually look at you in a different mindset and different perspective. Because I've had women over time that have talked to me, and then after that they just the next day or whatever or next week whatever, they shut me down or they close me out of life, and I'm like, what the freak? What kind of a person would do that to somebody that actually is really cool? Once I get to know them, but they were probably scared that something may happen to them. I'm not that kind of person. I'll scream and holler at them, but I'll never put my hand on a woman. If I do, I'll never forgive myself. I would, and really, there's no reason why you should do that. Really, what grown men should do instead of sitting there arguing and beating them up, it takes It takes, what's up, Jada? It takes more time to be a man than walking away than it does. No, let me take it back. It takes less time to be a man and letting it go more than a little boy and sit there and take it, then eventually just snap and beat the crap out of her or try to kill her. There's no reason for it. I see no legitimate reason why, uh, you know, that women should have to go through that kind of stuff. I've known a lot of women over the years that have been beating the crap out over something they told their man. The man can't take it, so he gets wound up, and he ends up trying to kill her. Same here, you know, just chilling in my room, being single, you know. Well, I've been good. What about you? Been just real busy. Real busy with a lot of stuff. And pretty much, I've actually, you know, I've been kicking back for a while. Um, you know, I have a couple friends of mine that I've always hang out with every once in a while, you know. And they're super cool. And they understand me. And Miss Karen, they understand me. They get me. They will never leave my side. They never will. And I hope they don't. Keep it 100. Keep 100 every day. You wake up and stay positive, baby. You know, and I don't want a woman just for physical appearance. All right, just because they look good does not mean they're really good personally wise. And I found out that the hard way that not every picture is worth 1,000 words. It's usually worth 1,000,000 words because it takes extra time to actually figure out what the picture entails. And pretty much, it just, oh, for sure. You know, I'll give it to you straight up. I may have autism. I may have times where it's very hard for me to express myself. But when it's at the least of time, I actually will get vocal and I will tell you the truth. You don't know how many times I've lost friends over the years because of what I said to them. I've said some harsh things to them like they said harsh things to me. And when I say harsh things to them, they want to get mad. They want to kick me out of their life. But same with me. I get frustrated and stressed out when someone tells me what's up in that kind of fashion. And I get mad myself. It doesn't really bother me. You know, if you're here to do what you feel. It's not what you feel, it's how you feel. And I was raised to feel the way that if someone was rude to me, I don't retaliate. Like, for instance, I was at the gym a few times back a couple weeks ago, and there was this older man that also works out at LA Fitness. He's a little stocky, he's big, got some size to him. He's probably about in his mid-40s, early 50s or whatever. And he was, you know, shoulder bench pressing with free weights in front of the middle part of the mirror, or the mirror. I stood right in front of him, not on purpose, but I went to pick up a weight and I was working out from him. He told me to. He told you know what he told me? He told me to move the fuck away from his mirror. And I look over him. Now this guy is in shape. He's in more better shape than I am. Okay, he went up and told me to get the fuck out of the mirror so he couldn't see what he was doing. And I was thinking in the back of my mind, what an egotistical son of a fucktard. Egotistical son of a fucktard. I wanted to say something to him like I'm a who, and I just think back in my mind, like, really, dude, really? At that moment, I wanted to fucking knock him out, but it wouldn't be worth it. It would not be worth it. I'm not going to jail over someone else's insecurities. It's not me. I don't do that. And it'll be the last time I do that either. Alright, guys. If you have me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram. Love you guys. Bye.